Have you ever wondered if you could build and sell a $5,000 or $10,000 website? Have you ever wondered if you could build the bare bones and the structure of that site in just 10 or 15 minutes with AI and WordPress? Did you then think that maybe you could finish that site completely with images and custom text and everything in just a couple hours and deliver that to your client and get paid? If you've wondered even a little bit about any of those things, then this video is for you. Not only am I going to show you how to use the AI Site Planner by Elementor to build a $5,000 website in just a few minutes, I'm going to tell you about something I'm working on that's going to help you land clients that will pay you that amount of money for websites every day of the week. So if you like any of that, check out this video. Hi, I'm Bjorn from WPLearningLab. Now let's get started. And this is the starting point of the AI Site Planner. It looks like a regular page on Elementor, but don't be fooled. Once we enter something in this box right here and click on Generate, we're launched into the AI Site Planner. Click the link in the description down below to come to this page. The AI Site Planner is completely free to use, but that link is an affiliate link. So if you end up signing up for a free account with Elementor or you buy something from Elementor in the near future, I will get a credit for that. It does not make it more expensive for you. Just a really easy way for you to show support to me in this channel if that's something you want to do. And if that is something you want to do, I really appreciate it. To get started, we just fill in this field right here. It says describe your project, and I will do that. I want to build a website for a local pet adoption agency. Let's click on Generate. And this will literally take less than 10 minutes without me talking. I'm going to be talking a little bit, but when you go and do this, the first time I take a little longer, but once you're used to it, it goes super quick, and you can charge $5,000 for these websites. No problem at all, every day of the week. I'll show you what I mean. So we start off with a brief content summary on the right-hand side here. This is something Elementor just threw together based on what we asked for. And on the left-hand side, the Elementor Site Planner is asking us questions to try to get a more solid understanding of what we're doing, so it creates the content better, because it creates the text and the wireframes for us. So the first question, what is the name of the agency or client you'd like to include on the website? The name for this fictitious pet adoption agency is Happy Home Pet Adoption Agency. If that is a real one, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to copy your name, but just for this video, I'm not actually going to build and market this website. So you enter your name here for whatever the client or the agency is, or the name of the website, and it's going to update our content brief on the right-hand side. There we go, added in the client name right there. Next question, are you ready to generate a sitemap and wireframes for the site now? We have enough information to use for this brief. That was pretty quick. So the description, I guess, gave it so much information that it kind of filled out everything for us. You can say no, not yet, and I think it asks you more questions. Let's see what it does. Yeah, okay, so you can say no, not yet, and you answer more questions, and then it fills out this brief even more. If there is something in here that doesn't look quite right, for example, the sitemap here. It has currently home, about us, adoptable pets, how to adopt, resources, contact us, and FAQs. I want to add another one. So I'm going to click on this little reply arrow. Now we're going to reply specifically to this. And I'm asking it to please add a services page. And now it should add services as another option here. Let's see, it said it would add it, and there it is. So that's cool. And then it goes right back into the question it had before. So it keeps guiding you through all these questions, and then once it has enough answers, you can get going. And your goal is, on the top right-hand side, to have this labeled as a strong brief, which ours currently is. Sometimes it starts off as a weak brief, and you want to make sure it's strong because then the website is better. Let's answer this question with these buttons here to show you how those work. Could you describe the business operation by detailing what Happy Home Pet Adoption Agency does or showcases? Pet care resources is what we do, and that was entered as the answer. Sometimes you can select multiple and it adds them as comma separated, like this one I believe, where it has the plus. What are specific services we offer? Pet adoption services, pet care advice, adoption listings. And of course, you can type in comma and add your own as well. And this is because we added the services page, it's asking questions specific to that page, so it has content to create it with. What are the main objectives and goals? Let's see, promote pet adoption, provide info about pets, increase community engagement. Nice. Are there any secondary goals you'd like to achieve? Raise awareness, support donations, offer volunteer opportunities. Those all sound great. And these options are tailored to whatever your topic is. So if this was for an investment firm, it wouldn't be asking about pet rescue awareness. It would be tailored to investment firm topics. What language should the website be in? English, Spanish, French. And this chat on the left-hand side and the content brief and the actual website output supports multiple languages. I don't know exactly how many. Over here it says AI Site Planner now supports multiple languages, including both left to right, like English and Spanish, or right to left scripts like Arabic and Hebrew. And I don't have a definitive list of which ones. It must definitely support English, Spanish, Arabic and Hebrew, and French, because we were asked as one of the choices up here if we could do French. Maybe we can ask it. Which languages do you support? I hope that doesn't add as an answer to this question. See how smart it is. Website language is set to English. So we can focus on that for now. Brushed off my question. Thanks for that, AI. Anyway, you go through and answer all these questions. That can take a bit of time. Sometimes it doesn't. And right now we're back to a basic brief in the top right-hand side. That must be because we added the services page and it doesn't feel like we're quite there for the content for it. So I'm going to go through and answer these questions some more. I will fast forward the video while I do that. And then once we're back up to a strong brief, we're going to click on the Use This Brief button, which is currently grayed out because the brief isn't strong enough. And then the site planner is actually going to build out the website for us. So here we go. Fast forward. Okay, that didn't take too long. It says, great, we're done. We're at good brief level. I believe we're at strong before I added the services page. We can click on Ask More Questions to give it more details if we want, proceed to brief, or get help. We're going to proceed to the brief by clicking on Use This Brief in the top right corner. And now it's building out all the pages, or the content for the pages. This is structured as a sitemap. We have the home page and then all the sub pages, and FAQs is done first, about a second, services third, contact fourth, homepage almost last. If we zoom in, we hold down Control or Command and scroll our mouse, or you can use the zoom option on the right hand side. We can see the content. There's going to be a header section. Here's going to be what the header says. Welcome to Happy Pet Adoption, and more description of what it is. You can add sections if you want. You can rearrange these. You can just drag and drop to rearrange them. You click on the plus to add them. Click on the garbage can to delete them. Click on the regenerate section to regenerate the content. And you can do that for all these different sections. And if you are looking through this and you think, oh man, I forgot a page, you don't have to go back to the brief to add a new one. Hover between two pages, or at the very end, if I can get there, after the last page, click on Add Page. Give the page, just add one, give the page a name, like Pet Adoption Resources. Is that a page we have already? No, it's not. Once you have a name for the page, click on Generate Page, and now it's going to use all the information from the brief, from what it's created so far, and the title of this page, and some AI smarts to create content for this page. And of course, you'll be able to go in and regenerate the content. You can also edit any of these. Click into any of these. Here it says this is a 2-column testimonial section. Maybe I want to make it a 3-column. I think that would resonate better. That'll be a 3-column testimonial section now. And at this step, our job is basically going through all these sections and making sure it is structured and it kind of says what we want it to. And then when we're done that, we click on the wireframe button, and that's going to create an actual visual wireframe of all the pages on the website. While we have this band of white flashing across a section or even subsections, it's still being worked on. So we got to wait till all this flashing is done, and then we'll have a wireframe website that you can deliver to a client. You can say, hey, Bob, based on our onboarding interview where you described what you wanted, which you then entered in the AI Site Planner chat that we saw a moment ago, and the AI then built out this wireframe based on that information, you can show this to your client and be like, hey, this is kind of what I was thinking for the design. What do you think? And they'll be blown away. Because you could do this, if you had the interview today, you wouldn't want to do it half an hour from now. Then the client would be like, what? That's crazy how fast that went. But tomorrow or the next day, for sure. They'd be like, wow, this person really works hard. And you probably do, because you're probably pumping out 20 of these a day. No, probably not. But you do work hard. But this just makes your hard work a little easier, a little faster, a little more efficient. Because you could create this yourself. Everybody can. This makes it just so much faster. So it looks like our wireframe. I don't see any flashing components anymore. Oh, there's one right here. This area is still flashing a little, so is this button text. So there's still some parts that are being worked on. I don't believe there's notification that says, okay, I'm done. You just kind of look at it and you say, that looks pretty done to me. And then you can start messing around with the style by clicking that button up there. So currently, we have these colors applied. If we click on colors, we can choose a different set of colors if we want. And we can see it applied instantly. I'm just going to zoom in on the home page here so we can see it a bit better. Let's click on this orange. All the stars went orange. You can also click into these colors and change them individually once they're up here. So you can have the colors be exactly what you want. Then when you import the site kit to your website, it actually adds these as the global colors, which is pretty sweet. So we have currently the option of 4 colors plus 3 additional colors. If you don't like any of these that we have here, you can suggest more. You can pick your own based on maybe your client has a logo already. Maybe they already have a branding kit. You can pick the colors based on what they want and what they've told you they want. And I kind of like this orange one. And that looks pretty legit. Like as far as the homepage goes, there's placeholder images, which you'll have to replace, but it's definitely something you can show to your client and be like, this is kind of what I was thinking. Before we go any further, before I invest a lot of time designing and getting the pictures and making this exactly yours, this is kind of what I'm thinking we should go with. And you'll notice all the text and the headlines is all meaningful text. It's not placeholder text. This one is placeholder. This headline grabs your visitor's attention. That's great. So you have to replace that. But as far as the wireframe goes, you can put that in there. Client's not going to be like, why does it say that? Well, we haven't exactly nailed down all the headlines yet, but we're just looking at the overall structure of the website. And I got to say, if we zoom out here to fit, this overall structure of the website looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. And under style, we also have the ability to change our font pairings. You can choose. So let's zoom in. The zooming is quite difficult on this thing. So I want to zoom in to be able to see the font changes. So we can click on this one and it'll update the fonts. Just takes a few seconds and it updates them throughout the entire wireframe. Suggest more font pairings because I want some more options. That's more of a fun, light-hearted headline font. It takes a minute. As you can see, there's a lot of like switching back and forth and loading and reloading. And there's the new font on that heading down there and on this heading, and it finally applied them to these. So it takes a second. It's not just you click on the font change and it's just instantly applied. It takes like 5, 10, 20 seconds. And of course, that's also applied as a global setting when you import this kit to your website. So I'm going to go with this font pairing right here. And you can also have more fine-tuned edits. Hover over any section, click on this icon here, and you can choose from various blocks to go in here. You hover over them, it's going to put the new block in, and you could design a website super fast. I'm going to keep the block that we have here because I like that one. You can also delete sections. Just click on the garbage can, add that section, and Bob's your uncle. You've got a wireframe that you can deliver to your client, and you can be like, look at all the work I did. This is worth 5 Gs. And they're going to be like, yeah, it is. And they might say, why are you only charging 5? It's worth more than that. Click on Preview Site Plan up here in the top right, and you see a like PDF document breakdown. I can't zoom in, but you see a breakdown of all the content and all the content plan, which you'd also share with your client after you've created it. Just more evidence of how hard you're working. You can download this by clicking the download button in the bottom right. And I didn't just close that, did I? Super. Luckily, we can get it back. So let's do this again. Get into the site planner again. Luckily, it saves them. So if I click on this little down arrow up here, because I'm logged in, I've got this Happy Home Pet Adoption Agency, it makes the wireframe and the whole setup and everything the same name as the client name. So click on use this brief, and it goes back into the sitemap, which would be the exact same, and the wireframe, which would be the exact same. So all your work is saved. You don't have to do this in one go. You can do it over a couple hours if you want. And I've been doing a lot of talking and a lot of showing things. But when you're actually creating this, it goes really fast. Now, while this is loading, I wanted to tell you about a new course I'm developing, which is how to sell $10,000 websites. The technology is here to make them really easily. That's part of the course as well. But the course is also designed and focused on helping you find the clients that will pay you that amount of money and how to close those clients. If you're interested in that kind of thing, and I've created a wait list for that course, you can sign up for it through the link in the description down below, because I want to see if there's any interest. If nobody wants it, I don't want to build it. If you guys do want that, let me know by signing up for that wait list in the description down below. So let's say we're happy with this. What do we do now? Click on Create Website in the top right. We can choose Elementor hosting, which is this option right here. Get a 14-day free trial. We're going to skip that. We're going to go to Import your kit to a site. Continue. Now here you can enter your domain name. If your domain has Elementor, I recommend Elementor Pro being installed because some of these widgets on this site are Elementor Pro widgets. If you don't have Elementor Pro installed, those widgets aren't going to port properly. So I recommend Elementor Pro if you want to use the AI Site Planner. But you'd enter your domain name here. You would then log in through a little pop-up and it just installs it on your site super easily, super quickly. We're going to install this on a local site, which is this one right here, elementor-playground.local. So I'm going to choose the download and apply manually option. Click on that. Now it's preparing that kit for download. And there it is. Click on Download Kit. Give it a proper name. Pet Adoption Agency Kit is what I named it. Go into the website where you want to install it. Go to the dashboard. Go to Elementor and then Tools. Go to Import Export Kit. Click on Start Import in the Import Template Kit section. We have to drag and drop a file here. We drag and drop the one we just downloaded. And yep, that's okay. This is saying basically JSON files can be dangerous. Make sure you know the source and that you trust them. I do. Here's plugins we need. See, Elementor Pro is recommended. Next, what do we want to import? Templates, content, and site settings. Yes, I'd like it if these checkboxes were the Elementor pink, so I know they're selected. Looks a little grayed out. Anyway, import, go. Select the items you want to keep and apply. 404, we already have one. It's saying, do we want the imported one or the one we already have? Uncheck this box if you want to keep the one you already have. We have a header. Do we want to import a header? Yes, I'm going to keep all these selected. Click on Next. And this would be a little bit easier if you spun up a completely clean site and just installed this on a stock WordPress site that doesn't have any pages or headers or anything made, but it'll still work on any website. Just going to wait a few moments while this imports. Your kit is now live. Here's a summary of what it did. Let's click on Close and let's see what happened. If we go to Pages and we sort by date, we should be able to see all the pages imported today, May 2nd, 2025. We've got a whole bunch all the way down to here. And if we go to Edit with Elementor on any one of these pages, we'll be able to see that page. So let's try that on the home page. I'm going to Control click or Command click to open that in a new tab. And here's our home page. There's our header. It's got the title up here. I want to get rid of that. Let's go to the gear icon over here at the bottom. I'm going to select Hide Title to get rid of that. That looks better. So we have nice font pairings. Got to replace these images, obviously. But it looks pretty darn legit. Got to make sure we have real testimonials here. Here it added Happy Home Animal Sanctuary. So, sorry, I was pretty close to your name, but not quite. Not quite, because we're the pet adoption agency. So it's different. It added some fake email and phone information. We got to enter all the correct info here. But the main core of the website is complete. The structure is complete. So if you were to go to a client and you had them sign off on your wireframe, wait for it. Here it comes. Should load pretty quick since we already built it all. Anyway, if we had them sign off on these wireframes and they're happy with the structure And then you come in here, put it into a site, replace the images with possibly images they have, stock photos you found, AI generated images if they look legit. Tell me that will take more than a day. Like to this part right here, to get to the wireframe, by the time you're good at it, it's going to take 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then you deliver it to your client. You talk about it. You adjust what needs adjusting. Throw it in here. Replace the images. Boom. You're done. 5 Gs. At least $5,000. And again, if you want to find out how you find $5,000 clients and how you close them, get on that wait list that I mentioned. Because I've been selling $5,000 websites, $10,000 websites for years, and it's not as hard as you think. You just need to do the right things. So get on that wait list if you want to learn the right things to do. Oh, I forgot to also say that we can change the responsiveness. On the right-hand side, this is the desktop view. You can change it to tablet. This is how to look on a tablet. And then you can change the phone. So all the designs are fully responsive. It just makes building websites so fast. The technology is not a barrier anymore. It's just, can you find the clients that pay you a respectable amount where you can make a living and provide good service for those clients? Anyway, that's pretty sweet. It's so easy now. It's so easy. And that's the AI Site Planner by Elementor. If you want to check this out, click the link in the description down below. Again, that is an affiliate link, but the AI Site Planner is free to use. You'll need either Elementor Free or Free and Elementor Pro to make it work on your site, to make it work properly. The Site Planner itself is free. If you click through that link, if you sign up for something in the future, I'll get a credit for that. It does not make it more expensive for you. This makes it so I can keep making these videos for free on YouTube, and I really appreciate the support. And also make sure you click the like and hit the subscribe button if you like this video, because that lets me know that you liked it. And click on the video on the screen right now, which is the Elementor Site Mailer app that Elementor released recently. You don't have to have an Elementor website for this to work, but it makes sure that emails sent from your WordPress site do not end up in the spam folder. So you're definitely going to want to check out that video as well. It's on the screen right now. I'll see you there.